Yes, the Arturia OBXA, emulating the Oberheim OBXA. All the tracks you heard there were the Arturia VST, except for the drums. And it comes with all the original Oberheim factory presets, as well as countless others. And as usual with these VSTs, it contains an array of modern features that were not on the original, as well as a number of rhythmic things you could do with pitch as well as filter frequency. You could make it sound like a record with a warp in one spot. As well as several rhythmic filter things. And it has a nice array of effects, and these can also be modulated to some extent. There are some areas for improvement in this for sure. You saw the way my power meter was up at about 20, and I was running several instances of it, but that doesn't really seem to affect it. If you open one instance of it, you'll probably be around 15% to 20%. And so I think there must be a definite issue there. And I think there's some issue with what color it is. Surely they didn't intend for it to be aqua. I've done a little rendering here of how they might change the hue of it to be more like the original. And you could see the original on matrixsynth.com. Another really huge issue I have with it is the original had split and double, which we know today as split and layer. And I think they really missed something there not putting that in there. Now, clearly they know how to do a nice split because the CS80V also has this area where you hit a button and it has all kinds of modern functions. And one of those with the CS80 is to be able to split the keyboard into 4 different areas. And they can each have independent arpeggiation and different types of things. And I think they really missed something here, leaving out something like that, especially since the original synth actually had it on there and they took it away. Another minor issue I have is with the factory presets. They all seem to sound pretty much like the original presets. I took a look at the original patch sheet from the 80s. There's a problem with the calibration of the envelopes and the calibration of the filter, in that I was unable to recreate those patches without going back and referencing some recordings I made. And so I think you'll be happy with the presets and they're fine, but if you're referencing a document with the written presets, it's not going to match up when you put those settings on the front of the VST. Since I already have the whole Arturia collection, the upgrade price and the ability to get this was very inexpensive, and I think it was well worth it. You might have to reassess that if you're just buying the OBXA by itself, but I'm sure some of this will probably be addressed in some updates. I hope you enjoyed this initial look at it, and I'm going to make some patches for it and probably show a little bit more of it later down the road, and I'll see you in the next video.